I guess this is Bouncing with BB.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Bouncing with BB. Today we're going to be a little more relaxed and I'm going to just do a Q&A so people can get to know me a little bit better and what's going on in my life and just be nosy. So all the questions are on my phone and I'm just gonna like read the question, answer, and hopefully this won't be long because I am long-winded sometimes. Okay, so the first question is, when are you planning to have my baby? And my best friend sent this, so y'all don't have to think that anybody is a creep. I am not having her baby anytime soon. Yeah, probably maybe, I'm 23, maybe 7 years from now we can start talking about when I'm planning to have your baby, or at least when I graduate. At least give me to next year to graduate. What are your future goals? So I had like this long list of goals, but after listening to Transformation Church Relationships Goals Reloaded series part 2, which was Rip Up Your List, I like really sat down and wrote down everything that I ever thought of and I ripped it up. So I will tell y'all what my goals were before, and then with the caveat that right now I don't have any goals because I have just let them all go, and I hope that God just puts me wherever I need to be. So my original goals were to, of course, graduate from law school in 2021. I wanted to go and be a practicing attorney for about 7 to 10 years. And then I wanted to transition into teaching at an undergraduate institution, because when I was an undergrad, I have professors that I still communicate with now, and I feel like a lot of them really shaped my decision to go to law school. I wanted to go anyway, but they gave me so much information, so much help, and they like really sat down and like listened to me and talked me through stuff. So I want to be like that kind of person in people's lives. And also take my pre-law advisor's job because like I'm awesome. What? Okay. What would you call this stage of your life? I would call this stage of my life growth. Okay? Because I'm becoming so much more self-aware of myself, of my toxicity, of how I move in other people's lives and how other people move in mine. So like I'm just at a stage of just growing into myself, bettering myself, and being overall like a better friend and person and acquaintance and everything else in all the people's lives that I am. So grow. How many more years or semesters do you have until you graduate? I have 1 more year until I graduate, so 2 more semesters. I graduate in May of 2021. So if you want an invitation, feel free to come because we about to have a great time. Do you plan on living in Tennessee or do you want to go somewhere else? I do not want to stay in this town. I am so ready to leave Nashville. I really loved it when I moved here. You know, it's cool for all that it is, but it is not for me. So it's time for me to go. But I want to move to Texas. Right now it's between me moving back to Alabama and moving to Texas, but my preference is to move to Texas. My favorite pastime. My new favorite pastime is sitting outside with my plants and reading to them. It's just so peaceful. Like I planted flower seeds and I potted 19 pots. So I planted seeds in 19 pots, and it's just been like really nice to like sit outside with them while they're growing and stuff like that. So what motivates you to keep going when life feels rough? So these last 2 years have been very rough, but I think the things that really motivate me to keep going is that I know that there are people in my corner. So I I'm all for doing everything and that makes you happy and that fulfills you. And if it doesn't fulfill you anymore, you can let it go. But I know that like a lot of times it's really hard to let things go that you know that you should let go of because other people have been like rooting for you. And I will say that like I think that that's probably negative, but it's also something that keeps me going, like understanding that like there are so many people who have invested in me, who have poured into me, who have poured encouragement into me, who have poured money into me, who have poured time into me, for me to be at this point. Like I didn't get here alone. And I think that disappointing people, and because it just doesn't make sense. Like sometimes it really just doesn't make sense. And I feel like that's one of those stressors and something that can definitely weigh you down. But at the same time, I think that it also propels me forward. And then also I like just understanding and realizing that even when something's your passion doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. And that's really hard for me to understand when like I'm broken down. But understanding that like you're like, you know, nothing lasts forever. And so whether that's bad things or good things, just understanding that I'm here because God placed me here, but it's not always going to be easy or fun. So those two things really, really push me forward, because if you know me, you know that I say I be ready to drop out all the time. I am always ready to drop out. What are you most excited about this year or the upcoming year? I am most excited about my graduation pictures, cause they finna go crazy. Like, and that sounds real wild, but that's literally what like the most excited I am about something that's coming up. Because, and I would be very, very excited about graduation, but like graduation means taking the bar and like studying for it. So I'm excited about that, but I think I'm more nervous about graduation than I am as far as excitement. But them grad pictures, I've already found all my locations. I started picking out fits and themes and props, man. I'm excited. Like I am very, very, very excited about the pictures. How did you grow your type 4 hair? By the way, it's so gorgeous. Thank you. So I cut my hair off. Not all the way off. I didn't big chop. I got my hair cut to like right here. In May of 2016. After that, I wore my hair in like braids underneath a wig or box braids for a whole year. And that grew my hair, but it wasn't like, I don't think it was significant growth. I think it was probably like a regular amount of growth between that little section. So that like happened, but probably not like what actually grew my hair. After like that year or whatever, and I started to like actually do my hair and wear my hair in twist outs and perm process, flex process, and all that stuff. So on wash days, which I wash my hair every 4 to 6 weeks. I try to stretch it to 6 weeks as much as possible because I don't like wash days. So after I wash my hair, I get out of the shower like while my hair is completely soaking wet, and I put in grapeseed oil, and then I'll put in black Jamaican castor oil, like literally just on my hair, like the same way I did in my twist out video. Like that's just what I do. After that, I will twist my hair up and I oil my scalp with wild growth oil. And then I put in a spray leave-in conditioner because that's just easier for me than creams, and because it doesn't weigh my hair down. It's very, very lightweight. After I do that, I style my hair like however I'm gonna style it, whatever. Now, that first week, hair's all great. It's, you know, moisturized, hydrated, okay, boom, cool, whatever. After that first week, whatever next style I go into, whether it's another twist out, a wash and go, you know, high puffs, low puffs, whatever, I take a spray bottle that has wild growth oil, the Nova Naturals Growth Tonic, and black Jamaican castor oil in it mixed with water. And I spray it on my edges every other day because I be wearing a lot of wigs and I can't lose my edges. My hair is too thick for me to not have no edges. And I just spray it on my edges every other day, and then I spray it on my hair before I style it again to like re-moisturize my hair. And then outside of that, I oil my scalp weekly, and I do scalp massages. So I have like a little scalp massager, and it just does, you know, just go through my head for like 10 to 20 minutes. It feels amazing, so it's usually closer to 20. And that's like literally just what I do. I was also asked, how is life treating you? And life is treating me well. I have been very at peace lately. And I've just been enjoying my time, like really just kicking it. I've been working out more, and I've been eating better. So life is treating me well right now. Like, people aren't really getting on my nerves. Like, life is definitely treating me well right now. When are you most happy? I'm most happy when other people are happy. And that sounds kind of like a lie, but like genuinely, I'm really happy when other people are happy. I think happiness is contagious. I will say though, I am not happy when my friends are having a really fun time without me. Like, I don't want my friends to hang out and have a good time and I'm not there. I'm real selfish like that. Like, I don't want you to go on a real fun trip if I can't come. I just feel like y'all shouldn't be having fun without me. And that's but that's the only time other people's happiness don't make me happy. But other than that, I'm genuinely happy for people. Like, I really like when other people are happy, and I like making other people happy and doing stuff for people. The best advice you've ever received. The best advice I've ever received was from my father, and it was, hope is not a plan. Yeah, and it really hurt my feelings when he told me, because we were like talking about my goals and my dreams, but I didn't really have a way to get there, and I just like really kept saying like, I hope like this works out and this works out and that works out, but I wasn't doing anything to make it work out. So yeah, that was the best advice I got, but it really broke my heart a little bit. Like, it made me sad when he told me that. Like, but it was a push in the right direction, and I applied like to everything now, so it's all good. What is something you can improve on in your life? I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. I could stand to be a lot less selfish with other people's time. I like planning other people's days and time, and when I need them to do stuff with me and for me. Like, I'd be wanting everything done a certain way at a certain time or whatever, and I will do it for myself, but my second love language is acts of service, so I would rather someone else do it for me. And I also kind of want you to do it when exactly when I want you to do it, and not anytime after that. So yeah. If you had to teach the world as a subject matter expert on one life lesson that you've learned, what would it be? If I had to, this is bothering me. If I had to teach one life lesson, it would be to get over yourself. And I mean that in two ways. I think the first way that I mean get over yourself is like, the world doesn't revolve around you and your achievements and your accomplishments and what you've come from and, you know, what you've overcome to get to where you were going. But the other part of that is like, don't let your past self hinder you from being your present best self. I have a tendency to like, you know, let things drag me down and like weigh me down from like what's going on, or being like, I mean, I can't do that because I'm, you know, insert whatever that insecurity is. So like, definitely getting over past hurt, past insecurities, past things that you couldn't do that you can definitely prepare yourself for to do now. Like, definitely just get over yourself. Like, that's it.